Hello, dear friends, and welcome back to Captivating Home. If you've ever dreamt of stepping into a cozy English cottage surrounded by wildflowers, warm textures, and timeless charm, then you're in for a treat. In this video, we'll explore 17 unique and heartfelt ways to bring that old-world English cottage charm into your home, whether through weathered pottery, vintage floral fabrics, or simple handmade touches. Each idea is gentle, attainable, and deeply nostalgic. So, grab a warm cup of tea, sit back, and enjoy every moment, because each idea builds on the next to help you craft your own cottage sanctuary. One, mossy stoneware and weathered pottery. There's something profoundly grounding about old stoneware and moss-covered pottery. These time-worn treasures, often forgotten in garden sheds or nestled beneath hedges, carry stories in their chips and stains. When brought indoors, they bring with them the memory of damp earth, rainy afternoons, and hands that have worked the soil for generations. Displaying them on rustic wooden shelves or as table centerpieces adds a sense of permanence and peace. Incorporating these elements into your decor bridges the natural world with your living space. The gentle green of the moss and the faded glazes of pottery echo the muted tones of the English countryside. As you forage through antique shops or even your own backyard, keep an eye out for these hidden gems. They speak quietly, but their charm is undeniable. 2. Wildflower bouquets and vintage jugs. Nothing says cottage charm like a wildflower bouquet bursting from a well-loved jug. When you're out foraging, look for delicate blooms like cow parsley, bluebells, or daisies. These flowers, arranged loosely in a chipped ceramic pitcher or enameled jug, instantly bring life to a room. It's an effortless way to connect your home with the rhythms of the seasons. As summer fades into fall, switch out wildflowers for dried grasses and seed heads. The vintage jug remains, but its contents reflect nature's transition. This ever-changing display becomes more than decoration, it's a living tribute to the surrounding landscape. These small moments keep your space both grounded and dynamic. 3. Rustic baskets with foraged finds. Wicker and wire baskets offer both beauty and function in a rustic English cottage home. As you explore the woods or your own garden, gather pine cones, feathers, seed pods, or bundles of lavender. Placing them in a well-worn basket brings texture and a sense of the outdoors into your home. These baskets can be tucked into nooks, placed by the fireplace, or hung from hooks in the kitchen. The contents shift with the seasons: fresh herbs in spring, wild berries in summer, and cinnamon-scented pine cones in winter. Through every change, the basket remains a faithful canvas, holding nature's bounty with rustic elegance. 4. Worn books and botanical prints. Old books with cracked spines and yellowing pages are more than reading material, they're character pieces. Stack them by the hearth or on a cottage window seat, and pair them with framed botanical prints. These details tell stories of a slower, more thoughtful time, inviting guests to sit, read, and reflect. The botanical prints, preferably vintage or hand-pressed, add a naturalistic charm to your walls. They blend beautifully with aged paper and textured linens. Together, they create a layered look that feels collected rather than curated. It's in these thoughtful combinations that true cottage style begins to shine. Five. Chipped paint furniture. There's a humble grace in furniture that shows its age. A chair with chipped mint green paint or a table worn smooth by time tells its own tale. These imperfections are not flaws but features. They show love and history. Foraged pieces from estate sales or roadside finds can become cherished elements in your home. When combined with softer textures like linen or lace, these worn pieces soften a space while adding structure. The old harmonizes with the new, creating a lived-in feel that's full of warmth. This balance is at the heart of rustic English cottage decor, embracing the beauty of time. Six. Linen and lace textiles. Textiles play a subtle yet powerful role in cottage decor. Imagine soft linen table runners paired with delicate lace doilies passed down from generations. These tactile pieces soften wooden furniture and add a layer of intimacy to the space. Their faded whites and gentle creams speak of comfort and simplicity. Whether draped over a dresser or used to line a basket, these fabrics ground your home in tradition. Foraged textiles from thrift stores or family attics carry not just beauty, but history. They remind us that softness can be strong, and elegance doesn't have to be loud. Seven. Copper pans and ironstone crockery. A gleaming copper pan hanging by the stove or a collection of ironstone bowls stacked on open shelving gives your kitchen the feel of a timeless country hearth. These pieces are often found second-hand and improve with age. Their gentle patina and sturdy designs speak to a life well lived and meals well loved. Pairing these heavy kitchenwares with open shelves or a farmhouse sink creates a setting that's both practical and nostalgic. Even if you don't cook daily, their presence tells a story of hospitality and home. Foraged finds like these enrich the narrative of your cottage decor. 8. Foraged twigs for DIY wreaths. Creating a seasonal wreath using foraged twigs and dried flowers is a beautiful way to bring the outdoors in. Willow branches or birch twigs form a natural base, while sprigs of lavender, thistle, or rose hips add color and scent. It's a simple yet meaningful craft that makes a statement on any cottage door. Hanging a handmade wreath isn't just about decor, it's about marking time. Each wreath you make tells the story of that particular walk, that particular season. Over time, it becomes a memory looped in twine and leaves, welcoming guests with both fragrance and feeling. Nine. Cottage garden window boxes. Window boxes bursting with blooms are a quintessential feature of an English cottage. Nasturtiums, foxgloves, and thyme spill over rustic wooden planters, blurring the line between house and garden. These cheerful displays invite butterflies, bees, and admiring glances from passers-by. Even if you live far from the countryside, you can recreate this charm on your windowsill or balcony. Foraged or salvaged wood adds authenticity to your boxes. Planting flowers with staggered blooming seasons keeps the display vibrant year-round. It's a gift that gives back. Ten. Layered vintage quilts and throws. A stack of folded quilts in soft florals or faded patchwork instantly warms a space. Whether they're heirlooms or flea market finds, these layers of fabric hold stories and comfort in equal measure. Drape them over the arm of a chair or the foot of a bed for instant coziness. As seasons shift, swap heavier wool blankets for lighter cotton ones, always keeping the color palette soft and welcoming. Layering doesn't just add warmth, it adds soul. In a rustic cottage home, comfort and memory go hand in hand. (11) Wild herbs and mismatched teacups. Tiny potted herbs like thyme or rosemary feel extra special when nestled in mismatched teacups. These little arrangements can be foraged from your garden or a local nursery. Display them on a kitchen shelf or windowsill for a pop of green and a dash of delight. These small details make a big impression. The teacups, perhaps chipped or faded, carry their own elegance, while the herbs offer a fresh scent and function. It's a sweet marriage of practicality and charm, perfect for the thoughtful homemaker. 12. Old picture frames with pressed flowers. Framing pressed flowers in weathered frames is a gentle, romantic way to preserve nature's fleeting beauty. Whether it's a sprig of lavender, a violet, or a rose petal, each pressed bloom captures a memory. Foraged flowers become art with just a bit of glass and care. Hang a trio of small frames in a hallway or place one atop a stack of books. This quiet form of decor invites closer inspection. It says, "Pause and see what's been lovingly kept." "13. Weathered wooden crates as storage. Repurposing old wooden crates adds rustic charm while serving a practical function. Whether stacked as makeshift bookshelves or slid under benches for linen storage, these crates bring structure and story. Foraged at flea markets or roadside stands, each one is unique. They look particularly lovely filled with vintage kitchenware, fresh vegetables, or gardening tools. Their scuffed surfaces and faded branding add character to any corner. In a cottage home, utility and beauty walk hand in hand. "14. Candlelight in recycled glass jars. Evening light in a rustic cottage is best when soft and flickering. Save your old jam jars or mason jars, and repurpose them into candle holders. A bit of twine, a sprig of dried lavender, and a simple tea light is all you need. Scatter them across a table or line them along a mantel for a magical glow. These gentle lights turn ordinary moments into special ones. It's a reminder that ambience doesn't have to be expensive, just thoughtful." "15. Antique mirrors with patina. An old mirror, with just the right amount of cloudiness or silvering, adds depth and age to a room. These mirrors reflect light softly and lend an air of romantic nostalgia. Foraging for the right one can be a treasure hunt in itself. Place your mirror where it can catch morning light or reflect a vase of flowers. Let it double the beauty in the room while standing as a beautiful piece in its own right. In cottage decor, even reflections can feel storied. 16. Soft, muted English garden color palettes. Color defines mood, and in a rustic English cottage, it's all about soft harmony. Think sage green, duck egg blue, dusty rose, and creamy white. These hues, found in garden flowers and cloudy skies, wrap the room in serenity. Even when foraging for decor, let color guide you. Pick up that faded pink dish, the sage linen napkin, or the pale blue basket. Over time, a gentle palette emerges cohesive, calming, and utterly inviting. "17. Rustic farmhouse table settings. Set your table like you're expecting an old friend. Mismatched china, vintage cutlery, and natural elements like linen napkins or forage centerpieces create a welcoming scene. It's not about perfection, it's about intention. Even a simple cup of tea feels elevated when the setting invites conversation. Light a candle, add a sprig of rosemary, and let the table reflect your heart. In a rustic cottage, meals are more than sustenance, they're rituals. Conclusion. Thank you so much for spending this cozy time with me. I hope these 17 rustic English cottage decor ideas inspired you as much as they inspired me. Whether it's a vintage jug filled with wildflowers or a weathered quilt draped over your favorite chair, each piece adds a layer of soul to your space. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to Captivating Home for more heartwarming design inspiration, and leave a comment telling me which idea you loved the most. Or share your own. Your thoughts truly brighten our little corner of YouTube.